All right, so I got this thing set to video my phone chat with the nice lady who's going to talk to us about the phones, and it's going to be questions like, do you guys have a tutorial on YouTube? How do you transfer? Do each of us have the ability to manage our voicemail password? Can we do our own voicemail setup? How do we listen to that? How do we manage that? Can we move the Spanish question to the beginning of the message, saying for English press 1, for Spanish press 2? How do you send text messages? We tried it and it did not work. How do you read them? How do you send them? I believe the two users, me, Anita, and Karen, are switched for some reason. We need to unswitch that. And can we change the extension names and do management of that? Let me see if I can answer this. Hello, this is Anita, Florida Diagnostic. Can I help you? Hi there. Okay. And I would be the one that you'd be speaking with. As a matter of fact, I was just setting up my questions for you. One more time, tell me your name. Rodrigo. Thank you very much. Okay, I thought it was supposed to be some other lady that set it up with Bruce. But Bridget. Okay. Okay, can I start with one? Do you guys have a tutorial like on YouTube, so if we forget anything, we can go back and refresh our memory? Okay. Perfect. All right. And how do you put a uh, call on speaker? Is that possible? Okay. Is that the bottom right?
Phone is going to be on the bottom right.
Okay, got
And
it.
I do see that you have a cordless phone as well. The
Yes.
cordless is the speaker option is available as well. It's on the top left, right above the green call. You have that speaker button as well.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So, Rodrigo, before you get into telling me a whole bunch of stuff, as far as the setup, I believe on our system we've got it set that there are two users, me and the front desk lady. Our names are reversed. When somebody attempted to do something today, they got the wrong extension. So, is that something that you guys have to do, or is that something we can manage?
Oh yeah, for that I can definitely take a look on it real quick. So which ones are the ones that are reversed?
uh, Anita and Karen is 105. So Anita is 102 and Karen is 105.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so I do have Anita as 105,
Yes, I should be
and that should be
102.
102.
Yes,
Okay, I got it. And then 102 should at 102 I have it as billing.
yes, that's
Should I
me.
change it to Karen?
102 should be Anita, and 105, can you change to the words front desk or just desk?
Front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, front
Because
desk will be
multiple people sit
105.
there. So
Okay, I understand. Okay, so 105 is going to be front desk, and then 102 we change it to yours to Anita.
yes.
Perfect. Okay, let me make that change real quick.
Okay, I have a couple of other ones that I wanted to ask you. Do we have the ability to do that? Extension management with the names, or is that only something that you guys can do?
So for this, we normally do it for you on our end. However, we do have an option for you to have access to a manager portal,
Okay.
which would allow you to do a couple of different things. One of them would be managing those users, changing their names, um, modifying your call queues, your time frames, things like that. You do have the available option of learning how to use that manager portal.
Okay. Would I be able to change all the names with you right now, or is that cutting into your training time? Is that a problem?
Oh no, for that we have 1 hour available,
Okay.
so we can go through the training or we can go over the extensions to make sure that everything is with the correct name. So yeah, if you want, let's go over them right now before we start.
Okay. I've got
Let's see.
101 should be the doctor Landis,
Okay, perfect. So I
and
just have it as doctor. Would you like me to add the name?
yeah, doctor is fine.
Okay,
102 is Anita,
perfect. I have changed that.
and then 103. Bruce just walked into the room. He's the owner,
Hey,
and this is
Okay.
Rodrigo.
hey, Rodrigo.
And
Okay,
103 is Robin, Robyn. I think you already have that.
perfect.
And then
Yeah, that one is correct.
104 is Ruth.
Perfect.
105 is front desk. Do you have enough space for that? How many digits do we? How many digits do we?
Yeah, for that one, we do have
It's
it. I have
Karen.
changed it to front desk. If we added, for example, as a speed dial, that would be too much, so I would change it to front D or F desk, FD, whatever is needed. But yeah, right now I have it as front desk.
Okay. And then 106 is Bruce,
Perfect.
and 107 is new, so that would be break room. So you could just put break RM if that makes it easier.
Okay, break room. Okay, perfect. I have added that.
Okay, and I apologize. I'm going to go back to that front desk. Let's just change it to Karen, Karen.
Okay, perfect. Don't worry. Let me change that real quick. Okay, perfect. I changed that. So then 108.
Is X-ray number 1.
X-ray number 1. Okay.
109 would be CT space MACH. That's the CT machine room.
Okay. CT machine.
110 is ultrasound. You could just put ultra S if you want, ULTRAS.
Okay.
And then one.
Instead of CT machine, it'd be CT room because there's a phone in the room and there's a phone at the CT desk.
Okay, so CT room is 109
Okay.
and CT desk is 112.
112. Okay. CT desk.
Yes. And then extension 111 is X-ray number 2.
Okay. X-ray number 2.
Do you happen to know which phone numbers are affiliated with each of these numbers, or do they all fall under the main number anymore?
Main number.
Yeah. Let me take a look on
They
that
do
real
have their
quick.
own lines.
So before that, I do have one more. 113. What would that one be?
113. I don't know. Oh, that's the
That one is the
remote.
cordless.
That's the cordless.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just. Well, do you want
Fix
to?
it.
We have it right now as cordless user. Nothing is specific. We can leave it like that.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, let me take a look at the numbers. So the only number that is specific to one person is the doctor's. So which is 321-951-9249.
That's the private line.
Then the other ones, which are 321 676-5323. The other one 729-8996 and 951 951-9074. those three, they are going to the auto attendant, which it's the one that says thank you for calling Friday Diagnostic Imaging, and it gives the directory.
Yeah, and with that is that when people pick up the phone and it says welcome to Florida Diagnostic Imaging, what we should have right after that, to continue in Spanish, press 8. Because what happens is the Spanish people hear this whole thing, they have no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I
press-
see that it's at the end.
Yeah,
instead
so
of
it
at
needs-
the beginning.
It needs-
Yeah, so that makes a whole bunch of sense.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Okay, let me make that change in that case. So it starts before it gives all the options to make sure that it says for Spanish, press 8.
Right at the beginning. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, yeah,
All right.
don't worry. I'll make that change in that case. Let me just write it down to make sure I don't forget.
And just out of curiosity though, those three numbers that you gave, the main number I get, but the 7298996. Do you know which room that goes to, or
It's a
it's
rotary.
just a
It's
rotary thing?
It doesn't
Oh,
go
I
to
see.
specific.
I get it. It's
Correct.
rotary.
So
Yeah.
that one, it's added to the auto attendant. We can leave it like that, or we can put it to a specific unit.
No, that's good. That's good the way it is.
Okay.
Is there a way, in my ultrasound room, is there a way to blacken the screen on the phone that you
Yes.
know of?
The display can be changed. Is there a dark display so that it doesn't interfere with her imaging in there?
Let me check on that.
You can change the displays. I just don't know if there's one that's real dark.
You are able to change the display. Let
Yep.
me see if there's a dark one.
Yeah, she uses the rose. That's the darkest one. I mean, if we have to, we'll just have to put a cover over it. I'm just jumping in because I have to go do patients.
I get it. Makes sense.
Okay, so you are able to, for example, the backlight can be like darkened.
Okay,
So
in settings.
It's not that. Yeah, it's not that. Let's see. Yeah, we can. If you want, we can lower it so it's not that bright.
Okay, where are we doing that? In settings,
Yeah. So you go to the menu,
right?
and in the menu you go to Basics,
Right,
and there you go to Display,
right,
and you can see the first option is backlight.
right.
You go there, and you can lower the brightness there.
Okay, and I'm just gonna got one question. I got to step out, and I'll let you guys continue. On the phones, like in ultrasound room, it keeps displaying missed calls. Every time a phone call is missed, it keeps displaying in that room. It's kind of weird. So it's displayed like 18 missed calls. Why is that? And on my phone in my office, it'll say 2 missed calls. So, do you know why that's happening?
So for that, it's possible that no one is checking it. So if you don't check it, it accumulates them. So what you can do is just whenever you see that, you can press the exit button, or you can press the history button.
Or
Once you go inside the history, that means that you have acknowledged that there's missed calls, and that's going to it's going to stop displaying that.
Yeah, because I can understand the front desk having missed calls, but I can't understand why the exam rooms will be having missed calls because no one's calling those exam rooms.
Yeah, so what happens is that right now, option number 7 is for, I think it says to go to the next available agent, I think something like that. It's calling every phone.
Oh,
So
I
that's
got you.
why all other phones like that one are displaying those missed calls. So if you would like, we can remove those phones from that queue. So just whenever you call them directly, if that's
Yeah, because I don't, it's with, I'm dealing with things and girls seem to be like, why is it on my phone? I don't have, it's like, okay.
It makes them think that it's messages that they personally missed for their extension rather than the main number the main numbers
yeah.
calls. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so if you want, in that case, I can change that. Right now, every phone is added to that number 7 queue.
Yeah.
So just let me know which one should be there
The
instead.
which one should be there will be Robin, Karen,
Okay.
Ruth. You want them in yours?
No.
Robin, Karen, and Ruth. Those 3 phones.
Okay, only those three.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're going to remove Anita, Bruce, and then the rooms: break room, X-ray,
And Dr.
CT room.
Landis also.
Yeah, Dr. Landis especially.
Okay.
101.
Okay, I'll remove all of those in that case.
Okay. That's all I had on mind. And the things you'll discuss with Anita is, how do we do the voicemails? How we had a phone call for Dr. Landis today, and I went in his room and I didn't know how to do it. He had a call on 104, and his display said 103. I didn't know how to make it go to 104.
Okay, yeah. For that, that would be one of the things that we're going to talk about.
Okay, well, I'll leave you guys because that was the main concerns. And one of the girls said she worked with this phone system up in Gainesville on her other job. And on the right-hand side of the display where it says, what does it say on the right-hand side?
Page and
Pay on top.
page all.
Page all. She said there was a list of the people that all she had to do is hit transfer and then hit the person's name and it would go to them. Is that a thing?
Yeah, correct. We are able to add speed dials to the phone, so it
Great.
displays all the names of the extensions, for example. We
Right.
can add those.
Yeah, because all we're going to need is, excuse me, will be Bruce, Anita, just not
All.
everybody, because we won't hold that. It would be Robin, Karen, Anita, and Bruce. So the only 4 we need.
And Dr. Landis.
And Dr.
So
Landis.
if we need to transfer
So
to him.
5. Yeah, those 5 are the only ones we need on the right-hand side so we can see them for speed issues.
Okay, could you repeat the names? Robin,
Yes.
Karen, Anita, and who else?
It's 101, Dr. Landis, Anita, Robin, Ruth, front desk, and Bruce.
Which is, Karen.
Karen is Karen is the front desk, 105.
Okay, that would be in the doctor's phone or in every phone.
On every phone, so we can transfer calls to each other.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I can definitely do that. So just to
Sorry,
verify, doctors, Robin, Karen, which is front desk, Anita, and Ruth, correct?
Just out of curiosity, can it be done with every line, or is it limited to just a certain amount?
You're making it too hard.
Oh no, for that we have up to 29 different speed dials. So
Then we'd
what
have
is
to
going to
search
happen
through.
is that
Leave the
the
5,
last
please.
button on the right side is going to say next
You can make
page.
it-
That
you
way
only
you
need
can go
5.
to the next extension. So we can add all of them if you want.
Well, because when they show up, they're going to be numerical, right? So the most important are going to be at the top of the list anyway. His biggest concern is that there's going to be so many, it's going to be difficult to scroll through. But the ones that we don't use very often are going to be at the bottom of the list anyway, because they're the higher numbers, right? So
That's correct.
So-
Exactly. So if you want, so the main ones right now you can put 5 on the front page,
right,
and then all the others after 5, they can go. Well, actually 4. 4 are going to be in the front page, and then when you press next page, it's going to show you all of the others.
okay. If you could please on the first page start with Anita 102, and then on the second page Dr. Landis. He doesn't get as many calls, and the first Anita, Robin, Ruth, and the front desk, we talk to each other all the time. So we'd be the main ones. We'd be the front page.
Okay, so Anita, Robin, Ruth, and Karen, they should be the ones on the main page, and
Yep.
then
And
we
then-
work all the others after.
Right, Dr. Landis and Bruce, and then the others after.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that in that case. Let's see, Dr. Bruce, and then the others. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'll add those to your phones. I'll add it to all of them. So yeah, this is something that I'm going to do after the call. So in 20 to 30 minutes after the call, you're going to see them on all the phones.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Alrighty, so you go ahead with your lesson now that we've gotten all of that stuff out of the way. I apologize for the delay. Thank you for your
Oh,
help.
don't worry. This is part of this call. So whenever you have any type of questions like this, we like to give a good amount of time to make sure that if there's anything that we need to change, we can change it during the call. So yeah, do not worry. Let's in this case, let's start with the training.
Okay.
So yeah, as I was able to see, you do have a cordless phone. Do you happen to have it nearby so you can look at it as well?
You know what? I forgot to go do that, but it's in the other room. Can we do that part last so we can get the other part under? Can we do that
Yeah,
last?
of course.
Okay.
Of course. In that case, let's take a look on the desk phones right now.
Okay.
So we're going to start with some basic features, and then the buttons that you're most likely to use. And yeah, after that we can check the cordless. Most of the options are going to be almost the same in the cordless. It's just a couple of things that change a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start. The first thing that we need to talk about is voicemail. So the voicemail is going to have the same PIN number for every phone,
Okay.
which is going to be 8888. That's 4 times the number 8.
Mhm.
So right now, for example, whenever a call goes through, yeah, it goes through each of the voicemails for each phone only whenever they press number 7. Let me see where it goes to. So when they press number 7, it goes to 106, which is Bruce. Would you like it to maintain it like that, or would you like to change it to someone else?
Well, how is it? What are the? How is it set up? Does it say if you'd like to speak to Bruce, press 106? Is that what it says now? I apologize. I didn't listen to it.
Oh yeah, don't worry. So yeah, the auto attendant, it does give the names of everyone, but number 7 is an option for them to just wait for the next available agent, and that's when it was ringing everyone. Now we have changed it so it just rings three people: Robin, Ruth, and Karen. So now, if no one answers, it goes to a voicemail. In this case, it was set up before to go to Bruce's voicemail to extension 106. So we can change that if needed to one of the extensions that was left in that queue.
Good question. He does get messages every now and then. So I mean, what are the? Can you tell me what the queues are right now as far as when they call in? It'll say if you want billing, it'll go to me 102 Anita.
Correct.
Okay,
So yeah, let me get you that. So right now, whenever someone calls, it's going to say number. When you press number 1, it's going to give them the directions and the fax number. Number 2, it's going to Anita, to you. Number 3 is Robin. Number 4 is Ruth. Number 5 is Karen. Number 6 is Bruce. And number 7, ring everyone. In this case, those 3 numbers that we left. And then number 8 is the option to go to Spanish.
Okay. All right. So, probably the number 5, which is Karen, we can leave off of there because front desk is usually too busy to be answering phone calls. So we'll take 5
Okay, so
off.
right now, actually, that's because we changed the names. So number 5, in that case, it was you. It was Anita.
Oh.
When
So yeah.
someone wanted to talk with you. Yeah, let me change that real quick now that you mentioned that. And then number 2 was billing. Is billing you?
Yes,
as well,
billing
or
is me.
someone else?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, in that case, whenever they press 2 or when they press 5, it's going to be yours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add bill when they press 2, so you know that they're calling for a billing question.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, I made that change now. So yeah, number 5 was there because Anita was number 5.
Switched. Yeah, that
So
makes
now
sense.
that we changed it, I changed that option as well. So yeah, number 5 is Anita, number 2 billing, and then yeah. So I was telling you, number 6 is Bruce, so that's going to go directly to him. But
Okay.
number 7 was ring for the next available agent.
Okay.
Since everyone was there, Bruce was added as the voicemail recipient. But
Okay.
now that he's no longer in that queue, we can still leave him there, so he receives the voicemails of him individually and also from that queue,
Okay.
or we can change that queue to send the voicemails to someone else.
No, he should have his own personal voicemail, and he should not be having to be bothered with all of the random phone calls that come in. So.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, for that other voicemail, who should receive those? Should we put it for the front desk, 105?
I guess so.
Okay, if you want, we can leave it like that right now, and if afterwards you feel like someone else would be best to receive those, you can just reply to the email that I'll send you at the end. Tell me who you want to receive those voicemails, and I can change it. That's not an issue. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. In that case, I don't know if you have questions regarding voicemail now.
Yeah. Now that I've had 2.5 seconds to think about that, instead of it going to, are we putting it to Karen just because she doesn't have anything going to her, or can we put it to Robin, because she's kind of like the manager of the front desk area, and she would be able to handle it. But what do you think?
Okay, yeah,
Can
we
she
can
get?
definitely do that as
Okay.
well. Let me change it in that case to Robin, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to leave in that case Robin for that voicemail. She's going to receive her own voicemail since she's an option, and also the voicemails from the queue in case no one answers. That
Okay.
as I was telling you, that option is only if no one answers.
Okay.
If they answer, it's just gonna go to the person that answers the call. Okay.
Okay. All right. And you're moving Spanish to the front, so yay. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I'm going to make that change after the call to make sure that the script says the Spanish option before saying all of the options. Okay, perfect. In that case, let's continue. So the next feature that we're going to talk about is called park a call, parking a call. So when you want to park a call, that's similar to placing it on hold. The difference is that when you have parked a call, you're able to pick it up from any of the phones. So, for example, you parked it here and you want Bruce to pick it up. You can just tell him that you have parked the call and he's going to be able to retrieve it. How do you do this? So, right now we're in a call. If you can see on the screen of your phone on the left side, you have park call.
Yes.
And then below you have retrieve 601 and 602. So, those retrieves, they are green right now. So what you do is you would press park call. That's going to take it to retrieve 601, and that will change to red. It's going to be a red button now. So once it's red, it's going to turn red for everyone. So everyone will know that you have parked the call there. And then you can just tell whoever needs to pick up that call, hey, there's a call in retrieve 601. Let's please pick it up. And they just press that button, and they can continue the phone call with through their extension.
Oh, that's really great. That's really great.
Yeah, so
because sometimes you think somebody,
for example,
you'll think somebody's. Sometimes you think like Bruce is in his office, but he's not. He might be in CT. So you track him down, and then he can pick it up from anywhere. So that's a really good feature.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the use for it. That's the benefit, that you don't need to decide who you're transferring it to. You can just park it and then make sure that the right person picks it up.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, and that option is going to be available with the cordless as well. So at the end, I'll let you know how to use that as well. So you can do it from the cordless. We can even do test if you want. because that way you can get familiar with it. Then you do have this callback option, but you have the option to transfer as well, the normal transfer. The benefit about the transferring option is that you can do it, you can transfer to another extension, but you can also transfer to outside numbers. For example, um, you want to transfer a call to your cell phone or to someone else outside of the extensions, you are able to do it. So the transfer option, you use it in your desk phone. If you can see the first button at the bottom of the screen says transfer,
Yes.
and then on the right side, on the bottom right side, you do have another button that says transfer as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can use either of the two; those are both available. And for a transfer, what you would do is you would press the transfer button, then you dial in the extension or the phone number that you want to transfer it to, and then you press transfer a second time. That is going to complete the process.
Okay, so let me repeat
So
it. So
why
you
do you
push.
press that transfer button the second time? It's because you can either immediately transfer the call, just dial in the number and send it, but you can also wait for them to pick up. So you press transfer, you dial the number, and then you wait. You can wait until they pick up, tell them, hey, I'm going to transfer this call, let me know when you're ready. And once they are ready, you press the transfer button that second time to complete it.
Okay. Okay. All right, we'll
Yeah.
have to practice
Then,
that one.
the good thing as well about waiting on that, when you wait for them to pick up, is that if they don't pick up, you will have an option to cancel the transfer. That way, you can just go back to the original caller and let them know that, for example, that they're busy, you're not going to be able to transfer it, or just to think about who else you can transfer it to.
Okay.
And perfect. So then, after transfer, you do have another feature to merge calls, like conference calls or three-way calls, we call it sometimes. So this type of calls, you're able to combine calls together. Our system allows you to combine up to 8 different calls. If you can see on your screen on your phone, the third button at the bottom of the screen says conference. That's
Mm-hmm.
the one that you would use. And the process is exactly the same as transfer. You would press conference, then you dial in the extension or phone number, and then you press conference again, either immediately after dialing in the number or after waiting for them to pick up and once they are ready.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
if you were doing multiple, you do press conference, then you put in the number, and you wait for them to pick up, and then you press conference again and wait for the next person to pick up, and then you press conference again and put the next number in, and then when everybody's all together, you press conference one more time, and everybody's linked.
So for that one, you would need to, the process would be individual. So you press conference, you dial in the number, and then you press conference again. That merges the first two calls. If you want to add a next one, you would do the process again. You press conference again, dial in, and then conference.
Okay.
So every phone, you're going to do conference, then the phone, then conference.
Okay.
They're all going to be like individual merging processes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then after that, let's talk about the buttons itself that you have on the phone.
Okay.
So whenever you're on a call, the buttons at the bottom say transfer, hold, conference, and call.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not on a call, they are different. So the transfer button, when you're not on a call, is going to be history. In history is where you're able to see all of your calls, inbound, outbound, and also missed calls. Then the second button, the one that says hold, that one is going to change to directory. So if you would like to add contacts to your specific phone, you can go into that, add them, and then you can use them from there. Then the third one that says conference, when you're not on a call, that one is going to say DND, the letters DND. And that means do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for example, you do
No.
not want to receive calls to this phone, you can just press that. You will still be able to make calls, just not receive them.
Perfect. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and with that option, when you want to deactivate it, you just press that same button again, it's always going to say in the screen whether you're enabling it or disabling it. And when it is active, you're going to see it's like a red circle that it's going to be at the top, so you'd know that you're in that DND mode.
Okie dokie. That one I figured out yesterday. So whoo, yay!
Perfect.
I like that
Yeah,
one.
in that case, that one is available with every phone. That does not it does not affect how your calls are being received. It's just going to affect that specific phone.
Perfect. All right.
Great. And then the last button, the one that says end call, when you're not on a call, that one is menu. That's where we can make the changes that we were talking about, ringer tone, background image, the brightness of the phone, things like that. That's where you do it. Then below that you have the arrows. Those are to navigate throughout the system. Below that is the volume slider. So that one, when you are on a call, that one affects the volume of the caller. So for example, right now, if I'm being too loud or if you don't hear me well, you can just adjust the volume there.
Okay.
And when you're not on a call, that one affects the ringer volume. So if it's too loud, if everyone can hear it and you don't want that, you can just turn it down with that one or turn it up if it's too low.
Okay. Got it.
And then the last thing on the right side, if you can see, there's a headset button. If you would like, you are able to include a headset with these phones. At the back of the phone, there's a USB port in which you're able to connect a headset just in case you would like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. When calls come in and they go on the call history, are you able to edit those, or I guess you could just add them to your own directory and your own personal directory rather than the history, right?
Correct. So yeah, whenever they are in the history, you will have the button options in which you will be able to add it as a contact. For example, if you want to make sure that you know what phone number that is, you are able to add it as a contact from the history.
Okay. How do you? I tried to do that yesterday and I ended up accidentally calling the patient back. So because I was just
Yeah. So
noodling
for
with it.
that, yeah, you would go to history. You look for the phone that you want to add as a contact, and then the third button, the one that says option, you just press that, and it will give you a small menu in which you will have add to contacts.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, I was wondering about that. Um,
Yeah, correct. That one will allow you to do that. Now, I do want to mention that whenever you add it as a contact, that is going to be added just to this specific phone.
yeah, I found
It
that
does
out
not go.
yesterday. I
Yeah,
added
it
I
does
added
not go to
several.
everyone.
I added several, and then
But
I went to check it on somebody else's phone, and it wasn't there. It's like, oh man, that would have been helpful, but
yeah, actually, you do have an option to do it. So, but it would be something that we do for you. So, if you would like, you can send us a list of numbers that you frequently call or that you want to have as contacts for everyone, and we can add them to the directory for you.
I'll talk to Bruce about that and see if he wants that to be done because I think it would be good to have his personal cell phone and my personal cell phone in the system so if anybody has an emergency they don't have to go scrambling around trying to figure out what our number is. But that's I'll have to, he'll make the decision on that.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. For that, as I was telling you, the email that I'm going to send you is going to be connected to me. So you can just reply to that with any type of request that you have, any questions, and I can definitely help you out. That is something that we can do at any moment. And for that, depending on the amount of context that you would like, we can also add, for example, those that you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce's cell phone number, your cell phone number, things like that. We can add them as speed dials as well. So they are in those pages after the extensions or before them, any order that you would like. That way, they are available immediately in the speed dial section, or we can add them just as contacts for the phones.
Okay. Um, Chris told me yesterday, or Nick told me yesterday, that the automated service at the end of the day goes on automatically at 5 o'clock, and then comes back on, or shuts itself off at 8 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday. What about on holidays? How do we maintenance that?
Yeah, correct. For that one, it is something that we can do for you as well. So I was telling you before, you could include the manager portal. We could schedule a training for you to have access to the manager portal, and that way it would be something that you could do yourself. But if not, if you want to continue us doing that, you can just as well send us an email, reply to the email that I'm going to send you with the dates that you would like to activate that holiday. For
Hmm.
example, right now in Christmas, if you're not going to work on Monday or Friday, we can add it, and you can tell us what to add, either an out of attendance saying that you're out on holidays, or just go directly to voicemail, anything like that. You can just provide us the information and we add it.
Okay, yeah, because we every now and then we'll get, like COVID screwed us up, and we had days where we were closed where that was not normal, and then when
Oh yeah.
hurricanes come through, we have to shut down for a couple of days. So that may be something we need to manually do so that we're not bugging you guys all the time. So it's a skill we should know.
Oh yeah, definitely understand. Don't worry. Yeah, with that, that would not be an issue. It's something that it for us it's really easy to do. So you are able to just contact us. But
Okay.
if you would like to have the ability, we are able to do that. To be honest with you, I definitely would recommend to go through the training for that. That it's a little bit more extend training,
Mm-hmm. I
because
get it.
we go through all the manager portal. But if you would like, we can schedule it, and that way you can know how to do it, have access to that portal and everything.
Okay. It's probably something that we're going to need to do because, like I said, you never know at the drop of a hat
Oh yeah,
how something's going
yeah,
to
definitely
go.
understand. That is something that we can definitely schedule. If you would like, if you have in mind right now, we could schedule it for next week. I do have options for Monday or Friday for next week. And if not, in the email that I send you, I can send you the booking link. That way, if you need to discuss it with them and see if they want to do this, you can just book that appointment afterwards.
Okay. I'll talk to Bruce and then I'll book it after I get the email. We'll figure it out. But it's definitely, and and I also we might have other coworkers that might be interested in hearing it at this simultaneously.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, definitely understand. In that case, in the email that I'm going to send you, I'll add the information on how to book that appointment. You can either just book it from that link, or you can just reply to me, and I can help you with that as well. Okay.
okay. All right. What else? Am I missing anything?
So right now with the desk phone, that would be all. If you would like to double check with the
Oh,
different things that are on the court list, we can do that
okay.
as
Hold
well
on.
right now. But
Yeah.
with the desk phone, that's all.
Okay. Can you hold tight? I just got to go get it. It's in another room.
Yeah, of course, of
Okay.
course. I'll be here.
I'll be back. Hold on. I'm almost back. Hold on. All right. I'm back with you. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, perfect. So in that case, let's take a look. So there's just a couple of things that are a little bit different. So For example, parking a call on that court list, since it doesn't have as many buttons, the process is a little bit different. So when you park a call, when you want to park a call on the court list, you would press the star button 3 times. So star, 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 and that is going to tell you call is being parked in retrieve 601, for example. You
Okay.
just need to hear out which which queue it went to, either 601 or 602, so you can let everyone know. Also, whenever you park it, it's still in the desk phones. It's still going to change it to red, so they know which one it went to.
Okay.
So yeah, star star star. That's for you to park it. And then if you want to retrieve it, if you want to pick it up from that court list, you would just call that number. So for example, if it went to retrieve 601, you would just come here and you would dial in 601 and press the call button, the green call button, and that's going to allow you to pick it up.
Okay. Okay. All right. So when you park it, it becomes red, and when you park it, it becomes red, and
Correct?
then when you let it go, it's green again. It's available.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. If you would like, you can do it right now. You could park me on this desk phone and then pick it up from the court list. If anything
Okay.
goes wrong, don't worry. I can give you a call back.
Okay.
But that way you can get familiar with how the process works.
Okay. Let me give it a shot. So
Yeah.
I push the button next to the word park call, not the screen itself.
Correct. Exactly. The button next to it. So yeah,
Okay.
for that in the desk phone, the only thing you will do is press park call.
Okay.
And then on the court list, you just call the number that went red. So if 601 is red, you just call that number and you should be able to pick me up from there.
Okay. All right. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna put you on park, and then I'm
Okay, go
gonna
for it. I'll be here.
see if it'll work. Thanks. Hold on.
The call is parked at 601.
All right. Are you there? I screwed it up. No, that's not perfect because I put you on park and then I couldn't retrieve it from the phone. So sorry about that. Um, so when I pick up the oh shoot, now it's saying not found. Hold on, hang up. Okay, so I put you on park. I pick up the headset and then I push the OK to open up the phone because like I'll go to the other room and I pick up the phone, or how does that go? I'm totally confused now. Yeah, I picked you up from my phone that I'm, my desk set, my 102. So if I put it on, if I park it on the 102 and I want to pick it up from the cordless, what, yeah. Okay. Now it registered with me. Let's try it again. Hold on 2 seconds. Thanks. All right, are you there? Hey, are you there? Ooh, I did it. I'm on the cordless now. All right. So now if I want to send you back, how do I send you back to the other phone? Okay, let's see if I do it right. Hold on. All right. All right, I'm picking up 601. Woohoo! Okay. Okay. Go through the page all thing again. What does that mean? I totally lost it. I should have written it down. Okay. Okay. God forbid, like there's a shooter in the building, and it lets everybody know, get the hell out. Okay. All right. All right. Is there anything else with the cordless that's different from the regular phone? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mine, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing icons, but they don't have words on them. So I see like a circle with an eye on it, and then a cell phone, and then a red, looks like a tape, like that might be voicemail. It's mm-hmm. No. Okay, I see. Shoot. It it said okay. Okay, history. Okay, now I got it back. History and line is on the main one, and then I don't know what I get again. And then I hit it again, and I see the blue circle with the eye. I guess that's questions. What- Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So when you hit the OK button twice, and you get the blue box with the how do you access those things? Are they accessible or are they just little images? Okay. All right. So they, when you see all those, it says status and then it has all those little pictures. You can't they they don't actually do anything. You can't do anything with them, right? Or do you push OK or the line over? That's what. Oh, I see what you arrow over to get you the different options. Okay. All right. Now I got it. Arrow over, and then when you look at each one, it'll like I go to voicemail and it says play message, set voicemail, or set key 1. So, like on her extension, she probably wouldn't even ever have any voicemail, so I'm not worried about that one. Intercom, it says no other handset, so intercom's not gonna doesn't work either, right? Okay, all right, and then so I'm going to the third thing which says call features, and those. Okay, so that's the features. And how many features can she actually use from a cordless? It says call forward, do not disturb, call waiting, call rejection, anonymous call, paging. Is she able to do any of that stuff? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. And as far as settings, she probably shouldn't really mess with those at all, or because it should be like the date and time should be automatic. And okay. Okay. All right. And then the last one at the bottom is the green. Oh, it just shows the call history. That last bottom left is call history. All right. So, okay. All right. Anything else on here that's okay? I'll get together with Bruce and find out if about the going to the manager portal to figure out how to change the phone services for emergency situations, and that's not urgent, but it's probably something that we should know. And other than that, I think we're good. And just the email address that you're going to send that to, can you send it to the fdibruce@hotmail.com? And yeah. Right.
making sure Anita, Robin, Ruth, and Karen are the first ones. And then the last thing, I'll add the scheduling link just in case you want to do it from there. If not, again, any other questions or if you would like me to help you schedule that, you just reply to that. I'll be keeping an eye on your case to make sure I can help you out. Okay?
Okay, one last thing. You just said
Yeah.
I went like deer in the headlights on you in the middle of that sentence. Scheduling link. What in regards to what?
That would be for the manager portal.
Oh, okay.
To learn how to use that.
Okay.
That would be something that we go through a training as well because it is kind of difficult to understand at first. So we make sure that we give you the credentials and the access after we have been able to go through a training with you.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so very much, Rodrigo. I'm real excited to work with this system. It seems amazing, and I can't wait for everybody to know it in and out so that it's become second nature to everybody. So I'm excited. Should be great.
Perfect. I'm glad that you have been able to enjoy this service. I'm glad that it has been. Hopefully, it's easy for everyone. To be honest with you, normally everything is really easy to understand. The only thing that sometimes can be confusing is that call park situation. But once you get the hang of it, it's really useful. I
Yes.
really like that feature actually for to understand that feature. And then, yeah, if you have any other questions, do not hesitate to reply to my email. Okay?
All right, and everybody's voicemail is just the 4/8, no star, no hashtags, just 4/8, and that's it.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. All right. For some reason, I thought that was a hashtag. I think Bruce told me there was, but there's not. Okay. So I
Oh
think
yeah, actually, when you go into it, it will say the pin is 8888, but it's followed by pound or
Oh,
that
okay.
hashtag.
Okay. All right. Pound. Okay. All right. All right. I think that should do it.
Okay.
That should do it. You have a wonderful day, and thank you very much for all your help.
Okay, it has been a great pleasure. I'm glad I was able to give you this call today. Again, do not hesitate to reply if you have questions, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Hannah. Bye bye.
Bye.